Just recording this video and I remembered I had to give a shout out to a person whose birthday was today, and I want to just wish him again a happy birthday. Friday's 11 today, so happy birthday Friday. I hope you enjoy yourself and wish you all the best this year, and happy birthday again. So I just want to talk because again this has been brought up a good few times about Gaudi, the kind of paint the Gaudi with one bush. Again, there's definitely is. I'm not going to take up for the Gauds. There's definitely is some people in the Gauds that are bad apples. The same with everything. There's always one or two that will bring down the whole reputation of everybody. Now I tell you a story in a second about a good Gaud I came across this week. And I know him a while. I know him a good while. So yeah, obviously this the Gauds not the most popular people going around, but at the end of the day, we should be a small bit thankful that we do have the Gauds, because again often people who I came across who did dislike the Gauds, and would often, when something happens, they're thankful to see the Gauds. I remember one time, just an example, there was one person one time, he said he'd never get involved with, never talk to the Gauds, he doesn't like the Gauds. When his house was bogged, his loads of things were robbed on him, he had to go to the Gauds, he was thankful to see the Gauds, because he was afraid to go in when he seen the door broken in. So he's very thankful to see the Gauds, and happy to say that the Gauds got the person, got this stuff back. So that changed his opinion, because again, you're always happy to see them when something happens. I'm sure everybody would agree with me. That it's good to know that people are protecting you. But again, we reiterate that when most of the kids spoke out about Gauds, there was Gauds, and I know myself, there was Gauds in Cavan that were not up to standard, and were very corrupt. I know that straight. I tell you straight out, and across the country, I tell you that straight out. But again, there's good decent Gauds in the Gauds. There's decent Gauds that just want to do their job and just want to help people, and put bad people away. People that bring a burden onto society, they just want to put them away, and again want to enforce the laws, and protect people. And this Gaud, for example, just tell you. So this was on Wednesday. So obviously, I'm a little one. I have to walk everywhere. When I'm carrying rubbish around the place. So yeah, just to say, so basically I was coming along the street where I was picking up bits and bobs. So I had 3 bags. I had to lift the 3 bags. I had two. I was holding two with my hand, like with this hand. I was holding two into the back, and I was holding one kind of with my litter picker there. Just kind of walking. It was difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Carrying 3 bags full of rubbish is difficult. It's very painful too. But yeah, I came across this Gauda checkpoint, and there was 3 Gauds standing there, and I knew one of the Gauds. We have a bit of crack when I meet him. He's always like, the Celts are doing walk. Celts are doing walk. What's this? That's more or less what he goes on about. But yeah, we have a good laugh at it, because I often say, "Oh, so you're sitting in an office, probably doing nothing." That's what I say back to him, because he says the same thing to me. To the Celt. Oh, the County Council, what do they do? Which I get a great laugh at. Because I don't know myself what we do. But yeah, we get a good bit of a laugh, and I like somebody with a good sense of humour. But yeah, so I was coming along, I was talking to the 3 Gauds there, because there was, I don't know why they were there, on this road, for example, I don't know why they were there. It was kind of a crossroads, it was kind of, you could go that way, you can go this way, you can go straight on, 4-way junction, I suppose you could say. So probably, I don't know why, they're probably, because there's 4 roads, so I don't know why, they've probably been told to set up a checkpoint there, I didn't inquire why they were there. But yeah, so there was nothing, I seen no cows or nothing like that, there was nobody else there. Unless they were expecting something to happen or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, so I was talking to the Gauds, and that's the band. There was a band Gaud, the female Gaud, and she was like, I'm just pissed off, I'm burned off. I just, as she said to me, I'm just burned off with it. I'm just burned off standing on the roads all night, even tonight. And she said, this is what I'm doing all day, just standing in the middle of the road asking people where they're going. And she said, I didn't join the Gauds to do this. I joined the Gauds to put people away, and to put bad people away and to enforce the law. And as she said, there's been tons of burglaries. As I was saying there's been a good few robberies in Cavan over the last few weeks. Particularly because there's not really many guards to respond when there is a burglary, because they're all on checkpoints and doing this, that, relating to COVID issues and things. And I think that's because, again, there's a lot of guards in Cavan. There's a lot of guards now in Cavan, but they're all out checkpointing, doing everything under the sun. And there's not nobody to really enforce any laws. But yeah, thankfully that's changing. There's more guards and more resources being put in. But yeah, just to say again, the Gaudi don't want to be, a good lot of the Gaudi don't want to be doing this, going around asking people what they're doing, and they stand here. They don't want to, really don't want to. And these 3 guards, you could tell by them, they're just sick of it. They're just sick of it. They're just there just to just to be there, just for the sake of getting the pay. But again, this guard, the man now said it was good crack. He offered me a lift back with the bags. And he said I'd bring the bags back for you because then he offered me a lift. And I obviously declined. I said if you could just bring the bags back for me, that'd be very nice. And he did. He brought them back. He brought them straight to the door of where our community centre was, and was very kind of him, very nice of him, very pleasant of him. Because again, he went off with the bags and brought them to me. Brought them to the community centre, and I picked up a bit more and walked back with them. I had another bag with me, so I lifted whatever else was when I came across on the way back. So yeah, it was very nice of him because again, that gal didn't have to, could have said, "Oh, fuck him," we ran. But again, there's some good Gaudi out there. And I came across good Gaudi in my lifetime. Particularly once my house was attempted burglary one time in my house when I was younger. I was obviously very shaken at the time, and my mother was very shaken. And obviously these people, we frightened them off. We done very well at the time. We frightened them off. We give them a good fight. And they went one, and then obviously they dropped the two of us. They were trying to break the window open with, which obviously was good evidence because they had the fingerprints on and everything, and they had a good lot of explaining to do. And they did no damage to the window, but they were trying to break in. They're trying to get open the window, but they couldn't get it open for some reason because it was dark. The back of the house was dark. But again, fair play to the guards. They could have been looking in the bushes, beside where I used to live. They could have, because it was pitch dark when they went, so they could have been attacked or anything, and they done very well. At the time, we were very shaken, very upset, very, very distraught, and they helped us. And obviously, I actually know one of the guards still to this day, and I still commend them for the work at that time because I was still very young. I was very shaken. My mother was very shaken too. They were just shaken to the core. But again, you're happy to see them when something goes wrong. You're happy to know that somebody's there to help you. And they did. They got the people. In fairness, the girls got the people to put them into prison for. I think it was 3 months. For attempted burglary, and obviously some of them was just the West. So it's a happy ending at the end of the day. But again, I have met in my time some girls that are very disrespectful and obviously don't really care. Might as well tell you straight, don't really care what happens. And that's my time. I have met girls that are very bad about me for no reason. Except one time I went into, but this girl's moved off now. He's in some other area, which thankfully he is. But yeah, it was one time I rang up the guards barracks, to tell them that there's something very suspicious happening in this area. Somebody's talking about antisocial behaviour in this area, and the guards said, "What are you talking about? More or less, what are you talking about? There's nobody there." And I was like, "Yes, there is. Why is there so much graffiti there every weekend? Why is there so much public order acts there? Why is there so much has to be called around that community?" And he just was being very ignorant. I don't even know, was he sergeant? He could have been an only guard, but whoever he was, he's been very ignorant and just couldn't be asked to look into it. So yeah, happy that guard's gone somewhere else anyway, but I don't know, he could be gone. Hopefully he's gone. But again, that's one incident. Again, there's one bad app in every department. The rest of them are pretty decent. I have to say, the guards in cabin are decent. There's not really any guard, to my knowledge, that I know at the moment in cabin that I would be very wary of, and would be very looking into the moment. There's not really, as far as I'm aware, but again, I could be wrong. But again, majority of them are very decent people. I have to say the majority of them are very decent. They just want the police do their best. But again, I know some people have had bad experiences with guards, and I understand that. But again, as I said, we're happy to see them. I'm sure everybody would agree with me if something happened in the morning. We'd be happy to see them there helping people out and everything. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. I know some people would say the ferry gets the guards, and I understand to a certain extent. Some people went through traumatic experience with guards and things like that, and I understand that completely. But at the end of the day, we have to look at it this way too. Like, only for the guards, and we have to be in fairness. We have to say this in fairness. If we didn't have them, for example, we had no police in the tower, nobody at all to enforce any kind of law, we'd be fair to say there'd be people dying left, right, and centre. I'm sure nobody could say no against that. At least there's some kind of, again, justice in this country is very weak, but at least there's some kind of law. At least there's some, and I use the word some, but at least there's some kind of small bit of a law and order in this country. Thank you.